Hey guys, Rumblysuperset here, back again doing another Bro Talk video, Bro Talk number 12, I believe. We're going to be talking about quite a few things, not just Gameversation and Rumblysuperset, but also some current events, things that have transpired over the last week. Gibbs' departure from Vangler, what that means for the community as well as the game, and what do I think about that. My departure from Gankstars, why I left, and what's next. And again, like I said, Gameversation and Rumblysuperset, the status on those channels, and where they're going. So first of all, let's talk about Gameversation. If you guys don't already know, Gameversation is a collaborative channel between myself and Noxfox. A lot of you guys know who Noxfox is. He's an amazing person. His personality is just by far one of the best I've seen. He's just a very humorous guy and very optimistic type of person. So definitely check out his channel individually too. I'll leave that in the link or in the description down below for you guys to check out as well. But we do have Gameversation, which will also be in the description down below. If you guys want to check it out, we do pretty much whatever we find is interesting in whether it's new, whether it's retro, whatever it may be. We'll do playthroughs of them. We've played some Mega Man in the past. We played some Grand Theft Auto, whatever auto it is. Grand Theft Auto 4 or 5, whatever. We played just a bunch of games. And we're currently playing Dark Souls 3 still. We're trying to get through that. But as far as new series coming, we're on the lookout for new games that are coming out soon. And we want to pick them up and play them for you guys in case you guys are interested in the game itself. Or you just want to see us play. So that's what that channel is about. If you guys like that idea, go ahead and check it out. If you do like the content we put out, definitely hit that subscribe button. Or just like our videos and let us know what we need to change to make it better, pretty much. Alright, so that's it for Gameversation. Check it out. Rumblysuperset, what's going on? So I recently announced on my Twitter that Overwatch is here to stay. I love the game. It's so fun. And I love what they're doing with it as far as how the content or just how the heroes pan out in the game itself. You have kind of a similar aspect to like a MOBA. You have heroes with unique abilities, which is really appealing to me. You have skins, which bring that uniqueness to the individuality to the heroes that you're playing. And just the fast-paced manner of the game is really entertaining. And the artwork is phenomenal. So Overwatch is here to stay. It's going to be a daily series along with daily Vainglory, of course. Vainglory will always be daily no matter what. But now we also have daily Overwatch. Now, you guys are probably thinking, well, what happened to League of Legends? League of Legends is a pain in my buttocks. And the reason why is because I suck on major ass farts with that game. I am not good. And it's not that I can't get better. It's just it takes so much time. Imagine every game in Vainglory you play, but those matches take upwards of 45 minutes to an hour to complete. It takes that much time. It takes way more time to get where I'm at in Vainglory to get to that same playing field in League of Legends. Unless I've been playing nonstop for the amount of years it's been out, then it should be second nature to me. But I stopped. I stopped playing for 2 years because I started playing Vainglory. And I felt like, why play League of Legends? It's fun, sure, but why am I playing it when I already have a MOBA I enjoy, which is Vainglory? So I kind of said, you know what? I'm going to stick with Vainglory as the MOBA for this channel. League of Legends is fun. Like I said, it just didn't really sit well with me in terms of how much work it required me to put into it just to get a freaking video. I'm not ranked high or at all, and therefore my teammates are, give or take, sometimes good, sometimes really, really bad. And it doesn't help that I'm sucking on ass fumes here in League of Legends, making it even worse. So I was like, I'm halfway decent in Vainglory. I like Vainglory more than I like League of Legends. I'll just play Vainglory for my MOBA. So I stopped playing League of Legends. Sorry, I know you guys are excited for it. Some of you guys were excited for it. But it just takes way too much time. If you guys play the game, you would understand where I'm coming from. Especially since I'm essentially a noob now in that game. Even though I've had like 3 years of playing that game prior to Vainglory, I am now a noob because so much has changed. And it'll take too long to get efficient in that game. So Vainglory, daily, Overwatch, daily. And as far as any other content, I would do playthroughs here and there, like self playthroughs, individual playthroughs. Obviously, if we're doing collaborative playthroughs, it'll be on Gameversation. But if it's just me playing and you guys want me to play a game really, really bad, I'll probably throw a few episodes of it and see how it does on the channel. But for the most part, you can expect daily Vainglory and daily Overwatch. And that's as far as it's going to go until there's a game that you guys really, really want me to play. But yeah. So, daily Vainglory, daily Overwatch. That's it for Rumblysuperset. Not me, but for what we're talking about, the channel. Daily Vainglory, daily Overwatch. I said that like 5 times, so hopefully it got through. Well, okay. On to what you guys are probably interested in, which is my thoughts on Gibbs leaving the Vainglory game and the community. Well, not really. I wouldn't say the community so much, but more so just the game itself. I'm sure he's still around talking to people within the community, just not really playing the game himself anymore. And I saw the video, and it's funny because I'm not going to lie, I've had some experiences with SEMC, and some are good, or a lot are good, and then some are, kind of touch and go. But I mean, the company is small, and it's growing, it's learning. They're gonna make mistakes. It's to be expected. It's like saying, for instance, it's like going to my channel and expecting me to play really high elo play and never make a mistake. That would be amazing. But of course, you guys watch every single one of my games, and you can nitpick the game and see I make a mistake here, I make a mistake there. But for the most part, I'm on track. But I make little mistakes here and there. I have little hiccups. And that's kind of what SAMC's like right now, is it's learning. It's going through the courses of where it needs to go, the path it needs to go or head towards. But along the way, there's going to be some pebbles in the way that they're going to have to knock aside to kind of smoothen out the road. And one of those pebbles was, unfortunately, the situation with Gibbs. And Gibbs, I fully understand his mindset, and I don't even think it was a bad decision for him to just leave that environment, because if you're not happy, you shouldn't stay, right? And if you cannot reestablish that sense of satisfaction in a community, or just mainly in the game, I should say, then why are you staying? And that's what Big Gibbs probably thought, and said, you know what, I'm moving on. And I completely respect Gibbs on that entirely. And I know Gibbs is going to do great things. I don't know him on a very personal level, but I know based on his content he provides, it's high quality content, and the personality that I've come to know based on what I see and what I hear, he's going to go on to do great things. So yeah, so Gibbs leaving. What does that mean for the community though? As far as a whole, it's going to leave an empty spot for a little while. Yeah. Someone's going to eventually fill it. But for now, it's definitely a huge gaping hole in the community, because he's one of the OGs, man. He's been around since I've been around. I've been around since, I want to say, November of 2014. October? Maybe October. Yeah, I think October. Maybe late November. It was the it was the Jewel update. The Jewel update is when I came around, when Jewel first came out. And I was in beta on the C servers, I believe. Well, I don't remember, but something like that. So, yeah. He's one of the OGs. He's been around for a while, and it's sad to see him go. But people move on. Things happen, and people move on. And I've talked to him since the event, and I'm looking forward to playing some Overwatch with him for sure, because he's playing Overwatch now, and I've already discussed with him, like, I'm really interested in playing with him, because seems like an awesome guy, and I'd love to play some Overwatch with him. And we've already talked about it and said, yeah, let's do it. So there's going to be that. You might see some Gibbs show up on my channel on Overwatch, which would be pretty cool. That's just whenever we have time, at the same time, to do collaborative videos. All right, so what does that mean for Vainglory itself, though? I think it just indicates that, nothing's perfect. SMC's not perfect. No one's perfect. And it's going to take time for it to get fixed, but, they are aware of it now, and they're going to do something about it. If they didn't, it would be very, very naive of them to think that they don't have to do anything to correct the issue. And as far as I can see, they're doing a lot since then. they've done a lot to really improve, and I appreciate all the hard work that's going on right now to improve the situation that's happening right now. Okay, so that's done. And then finally, I did leave Gangstars. I put up a tweet a couple days ago talking about it, where I felt like I wasn't really contributing enough in my own personal opinion to warrant me staying in the guild. I'm just filling up a space that could be used better by somebody else. So, for instance, I was initially joining Gangstars when I discovered there was a project that they wanted to work on, and I was basically in the same mindset as them, as I want to make something impact the community in a positive way, and that was the project Gangstars Academy. Well, it really wasn't called that in my mind, but when I heard Gangstars was wanting to do something like that, it's like, hey, this is pretty much in line of what I wanted to do. Let's work together. So I departed from Apex. I joined Gangstars because it only was appropriate that if I'm involved in the project, that I'd be involved with the guild as well. And so, yeah, that's what happened. So we started working on Gangstars Academy. We pumped out 4 videos back to back to back. And then time constraints started to get in the way. Started to become an issue more so. And therefore, I had to step down. I had a lot on my plates. I had way too much on my plates. And I just didn't have enough time in my personal life to make it justifiable to stay with Gangstars Academy, taking even more time in that way. So I departed from Gangstars Academy as far as the production side. And I remained as kind of like a source for them to get exposure for the project whenever they needed it. So yeah, that's what's happened. And then since then, I don't really find myself playing with a lot of the people in the guild. Not to say I didn't want to. It's just I always found myself playing with people I've played with in the past that aren't necessarily in the guild. And it's just like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm not involved in the guild at all anymore. If I am, it's little things here and there, but nothing impactful. Like, my whole point of being in the guild was to make an impact, and I'm no longer doing that. So why am I in the guild? And so I left. I told Pont, I told the group of all the members in Gangstars Academy through their chat saying, you know, it was an honor. I left on good terms, so it was an honor, and, you know, I think I'm going to move forward. And so I left. And what's next is, I don't really know. I did recreate Apex in a sense. It's no longer Apex because that guild was taken, or it still remains, and I don't know who owns it. So I've made a new one called the Apex Legion. I wish it was just the Apex, but I want to remain Apex something. So the Apex Legion sounded somewhat okay to me, and it's like, let's go with it. So currently there's like 5 of us in there. It's just me and my friends, you know. But if any of you guys are interested in joining, let me know in the comment section. But I do require that you are SA plus or higher. The reason for that is not because we want to be so quote unquote competitive in any means. It's more of a casual guild as it stands right now. But we want to make sure that the people who join can play with us. The point of being in a guild, same reason why I left Gangstars, is to be able to play with those people. And if you're not the same skill tier, more than likely you're not going to play together because you don't want to risk losing elo if you're doing ranked. I mean, we can a lot of times I let a few slide, like that are like a hotness level, and if they're really good friends of mine, I'll let them in because we play together regardless. But for the most part, if I don't even know you, but I want to bring you in, you have to be SA plus or higher. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. I left Gangstars. Now I'm in my own guild. It's more of a casual guild. We do have a competitive team. We've always had. It's always existed. It's never left. So we'll still like try to participate in VGL. I say try because we're not the best out there. I'm not gonna lie. We have a lot of work ahead of us to make ourselves on equal playing fields as those other teams who go to VGL. But if we can maintain our spot in VGL, then we'll continue to compete. If we get pushed out by another team that's better than us, then that's our own fault. But yeah, so that's what's going on right now as far as where I'm going outside of Gangstars. But yeah, that was Bro Talk number 12. So we talked about Gameversation. Check it out. Collaborative channel between myself and Noxfox. We do an assortment of games. We've been on the kind of like on the back burner on content, but we're getting back on track again just because a lot has happened over the last couple weeks. But We're trying to get back on track. So definitely check it out. We're about to hit 1,400 subscribers. Pretty excited about that. We just talked about my channel, daily VG, daily Overwatch. You might even expect to see Gibbs in some of my Overwatch videos if we can ever get some time where we're both free to play. That's the only issue that's really stopping us from doing so. It's just having the same amount of time at the exact same moment to to play together. We have different schedules on my thinking so far. But yeah, so that's my channel. Talked about Gibbs leaving. Respect his decision. I don't blame him. But hopefully the community itself will see that nothing's perfect in this world and see that SMC is going to make steps to make it better. And they have so far as my opinion goes. And I'm happy to see that. They definitely listen. They definitely listen. And I'm glad to see that steps are being made. And then we talked about me leaving Gangstars, why I left. Basically, I wasn't doing anything there. And now I'm just kind of just sitting as, you know, a member of my own guild, which will be primarily casual for the time being. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this Bro Talk number 12. I'll put some footage in the back. You know, I don't know what it's going to be. You know, probably some Overwatch, some Vainglory. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Later!